Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I believe for the final time this year, we are going to be reviewing all the brand new content that is dropping today here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM, seeing which of these cards are worth using, which ones not so much. Obviously, this is a point in which if you spend money on this game, you are insane. That is my #1 opinion. Do not spend money on this drop. But if you have MT, you want to open packs or lock in the set or whatever the case may be, more power to you. We're still going to go over today's cards. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, pretty much. Tons of daily MyTEAM content. And even though this year is slowing down, we are going to finish out this year strong and hopefully see if we can carry it into next year, carry some momentum as well. Because last year I slowed down, I think, a little bit too much on videos, and it hurt me a little bit at the beginning of 2K24. So we're going to try to keep our consistency cooking through 2K25. With that being said, yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Let's see what we can do, starting with the 3 buyable dark matters. Mershon is probably a dog, 7'7" with a 7'11" wingspan. I mean, a buyable George Mershon is going to be an incredible card. He even has Hoff Limitless as a base card. Really souped. Yes, he's missing a couple of Hoff badges in terms of shooting and playmaking badges. Am I that concerned about that at 7'7"? No, not really. A 90 speed 7'7" big is going to be as good as pretty much any big in my team. And then I will say the one thing about this card is Evan Mobley's base is not very good. Isaiah Roby's upper I don't think is bad, but I don't know. His SIGs are actually really good. I just think that release might be a little questionable. And if it is, that would mean that Sean Bradley, Manute Bull are probably both better. We'll see how his jump shot is, though. This is a card I'll definitely do a gameplay with today. So we'll definitely have to try him out and see what we think of Mr. Mershon. Because that Mobley base, I don't think it's amazing. But with a good upper, it could be pretty solid. We'll have to wait and see. Brian Scalabrine, 6'9", 6'9" wingspan. Do I really care? Oh, well, he did change his jump shot. Never mind. Okay, so this card's good. I wasn't sure if they were going to change his jumper or not. They did, and he actually looks like he's very solid because of that. Every key badge, pretty much Hoff handles for days, all the defense you need. Shooting badges and finishing badges are great. Amazing card. Really great stats and badges, as pretty much every card is at this point in the year, though. IQ based on very quick with it. I mean, I don't love his upper, but it's a fast jumper. Pro 2 fade. Really great SIGs. Basically perfect. He will be a dog for sure. Really solid card. No doubt about it. At the small forward position, only 6'9" is a little small at this point in the year, but he's definitely a very good card. And then you got Jonathan Bender, who's a 7-footer basically at small forward, 6'11", 7'3" wingspan. That's a lot of size. That size is valuable, and I think that makes him one of the best viable small forwards in the game, just based off of size, especially if he's got good SIGs, because overall badges are also super duper complete. Unsurprisingly, stats, everything that is important, everything is good. And then Montrezl Harrell base Oscar upper. Oh my goodness, they made this card good. Holy smokes, he's tough. Montrezl Harrell base is what he had previously earlier this year as well, but now he's got Oscar upper, which is the best upper in the game as well. Perfect SIGs pretty much, and Pro 2 fade. Yeah, this is an incredible small forward. This is the best viable small forward in the game. So 2 really good viable cards today in Bender and Mershon, and then Brian Scalabrine a little behind, could still be really good. Then we got Free Dr. J. Is Free Dr. J any good? He's got 30 Hoffs. I mean, pretty good Hoffs, to be fair. Hoff Limitless, Hoff Handles, Hoff Speed Booster. He's not missing the most important Hall of Fame badges, so that's good. Now, SIGs-wise, you got Kemba Escape. Is that pro behind the back? Is that going to be Jamal Murray? Let's see. Is that the exact same SIGs as this Dr. J had? It looks like it might be. It might be. Let's see. Yeah, no, I think he's got the same exact SIGs as his previous Dark Matter. This card looks very similar to his previous Dark Matter that was available earlier this year, which was actually a pretty good card. So in terms of a free Dark Matter, this is one of the best, if not the best free Dark Matter that they've given away in this GOAT series. Really solid card for sure. He's usable enough for sure at the shooting guard position if you need a 2 guard. I think this Dr. J card's actually pretty darn good. The other 4 Dr. Js are the every position Dr. J's, which look like realistically just the same but better Kyrie dribble style, instead of Harden dribble style. Same release though, same fade. Pretty similar stats and badges across the board. Not a huge difference there. So yeah, when you look at Dr. J, I mean, the free version actually isn't bad. If you're wanting to use a Dr. J, I would probably just recommend that, because I don't think it's worth opening packs to try to get one of these other Dr. J's. But the free version actually was pretty good, so that's kind of cool. Now we got the 400 overalls, Dr. J, or Julius Randle. Nick Young, John Isaac, and Dino Raja. Dino's a little undersized at 6'11". Why did they change his wingspan? He's had a 7'11" wingspan forever. Apparently now he's got a 7'3" wingspan. That's lame. Badge wise, I mean, obviously incredible. He's an 100 overall. He's insane. And he's got D-Mitch base, Jared Vanderbilt upper, which isn't an unbelievable upper, but not a bad jumper on very quick. Pro 2 fade, really great sigs. Like, he's a dog, no doubt. He's just a little undersized, the power forward position. There are a few better power forwards who have slightly quicker releases and stuff at his size. So not an unbelievable card, but not a terrible one either. John Isaac's really good defensively, of course. 6'10", 7'2" wingspan, every important badge, of course, just like every other card. Release could be a little better at this point. I don't hate John Isaac's release, though. I don't think it's bad. Trey fade is really good. Sigs are super solid. Trey escape, Curry slide. I mean, he's good. He is. He's a very, very solid card. No doubt about it. Not unbelievable though. I think Jonathan Bender might actually be better because Jonathan Bender has a better release and he's an inch taller. So again, these 100 overalls are really mediocre this week. And then Julius Randle, seriously? Who's excited about Julius Randle? No offense, but this is not an exciting 100 overall. Does he have his own? He has his own jumper too, which is not that good of a shot. It's not a terrible shot, but at this point in the year, he's a 6'8" small forward without like a truly top 2 release. This card is not that good. This is not a set to lock in, to be honest. And then you have Nick Young, who I'm sure is good, but with a free Kareem at the point guard position, I guess not free, but the Pro Pass Kareem that most people have, in addition to a ton of other point guard options over the past several weeks. Yeah, this type of set is basically a buy Jonathan Bender and maybe George Merson, and that's about it when it comes to how you would actually interact with the set, because I don't think locking in for any of these 100 overalls is particularly worth it. They really did not soup up Nick Young at all, did they? Curry escaped too. He is not that great. Yes, he's got a park release, but this is a really kind of a mediocre drop for 100 overalls. To finish out the year, these are the 100 overalls you're dropping? Like, that's kind of lame. And then you got this Dr. J, which is literally going to play the exact same as his other Dark Matter cards, even though it's 100 overall. So definitely not a card that you want to gamble on here either, because he's not special whatsoever. This is kind of a mediocre drop outside of Bender and Mersan and the free Dr. J, which is actually kind of nice. The best cards, the most used, not the best, but the most useful and most logical cards to use are attainable, which is nice. And then you got Carlos Boozer, 6'9", 7'2" wingspan at small forward. Like, I'm sure he's good, but if with the amount of good buyable small forwards and free small forwards that have already been made available over the past season or so between guys like Tyrus Thomas, Joe Smith, now Jonathan Bender, as just buyable cards, then a bunch of other free options as well, I don't really see a reason for this Carlos Boozer. I mean, Langford based Colin Sexton upper is a good jumper, Pro 2 fade, really great sigs. I'm not saying he's a bad card at all, because he's not. He's going to be super solid, but is he worth grinding? I think he's co-op, right? So is he worth grinding 50 games of co-op for at this point in the year? If he is to you, more power to you, right? But to me, the answer is no. Yes, he's an amazing card, but I don't think he's going to be noticeably next level better compared to any of the other buyable or free small forwards that are the top tier options in my team. And then finally, you got this Dr. J, who is literally the exact same card again, basically. Kemba escape instead of Trey, or Trey escape instead of Kemba. But the release on this Dr. J is already so good. John Wall base, Rudy upper, which is one of the better jumpers in the game. There's no reason to change his jumper, so they didn't change his GOAT jumper. This card is literally going to play the exact same as all of the other Dr. J's. I don't think there's going to be a significantly noticeable difference between GOAT Dr. J and the free Dark Matter. This is the easiest drop ever to like explain what to do. If you need a small forward, go get Jonathan Bender. If you need a shooting guard, go get the free Dr. J. If you need a center, go get George Merson. And if you want to grind for Carlos Boozer, he's a very good card, so more power to you if that's something that you're interested in. As a whole, this is a no-brainer drop, though. Not a drop whatsoever to spend money on. And honestly, I'm kind of shocked that this is the last drop of the year in my team, because this is such a mediocre drop. I really expected a lot more like cheesy, expense, like really glitchy content where they try to get people to spend their money at the very least, but apparently not. This is a really surprising drop, but it makes things easy even for the people who are the biggest whales and biggest spenders. I don't see why you would want to spend your money on this drop. So if you got the MT, feel free to lock it in. I guess I probably wouldn't, but hey, it's just, we're finally at the end, man. This is the last major pack drop of the year, and it's not a very good one. So, yeah, I guess that's that. Let me know who y'all are interested in, I guess. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.